Once upon a time, in a far-off land, there lived a Yan master, who was known far and wide for his wisdom and knowledge. He had a disciple who had been studying with him for a long time, and together they had been learning many things about the world and the universe. One day, another disciple joined them, and to the surprise of the first disciple, he learned much more than him in a very short time. The first disciple felt neglected by his master, and he could not understand why the master was paying more attention to the new disciple than him, despite the time he had spent with the master. Feeling frustrated and angry, the first disciple decided to confront his master and demand an explanation. "Master," he said, "I have been studying with you since before that boy came, and still, you taught him more than me. Why is that?" The master remained silent for a while, pondering his response. Then he said, "First, listen to a story, and then I will tell you the reason." The first disciple agreed, and the master began telling a story. The story was about a traveler who was journeying on a hot summer day. The sun was shining with intensity, and the traveler was feeling thirsty. He did not have any water with him, so he started looking around for a source of water. After walking for a while, he found a well, but there was no bucket or rope to bring out water from the well. Feeling disappointed, the traveler moved on without drinking any water. After a while, another traveler passed by and saw the same well. He was also very thirsty and wanted to quench his thirst. He looked into the well and saw that there was no bucket or rope to bring out water. Undeterred, the second traveler started looking around and found a bucket. He then started looking for raw materials to make a rope, and not finding any rope, he found long grass growing nearby. He uprooted that grass and used it to make a rope. In short order, he had a long rope ready, which he used to draw water from the well. The second traveler quenched his thirst and left, feeling satisfied. The master then asked the first disciple, "Now tell me, according to you, which traveler was more thirsty?" The disciple immediately replied, "Master, the second traveler was more thirsty because he worked hard to quench his thirst." The master smiled and said, "You are right. The second traveler was more thirsty because he worked hard to quench his thirst. The same is the case with your fellow disciple. His thirst for knowledge is more than yours, and that's why he works hard while you don't." The first disciple got his answer, and from that day on, he started working hard. The lesson of the story was that the quench for learning is very important for everyone, and if you want to be successful in your life, then you must have a thirst for learning. Learning is a lifelong process, and it should never end. You can procure knowledge through different sources like books, the internet, newspapers, textbooks, television, stories, folk tales, and more. It can enhance your quality of life, reduce stress by diverting your attention to something else, boost your confidence, and make you more confident in your social life. The beautiful thing about learning is that no one can take it away from you. Therefore, never let the thirst for learning diminish in your life, because as long as you are learning, your life will keep moving on the path of progress. Successful people always tend to learn something new, and their innate desire for an endless supply of information makes them highly successful.